A few active areas out in the tropics, but well away from land at this time. Now, Kirk is now a hurricane and is expected to become a major hurricane. Thankfully, note the track, keeping it out over open water, as will what will eventually become Leslie. Has a high chance of development. Right now, just Invest 91, but notice the computer model track kind of following in the wake of Kirk. So both of those will stay out over the open water. The other area, well, there isn't an area to track, at least. What we're looking at is the potential for something to develop in this highlighted area. That potential is down to 40%. Again, we mentioned yesterday that chance is at around 50% throughout the weekend. That dropped to 40% and maintaining 40%. And there isn't that X being marked by the Hurricane Center with regards to an area of thunderstorms that we're watching, because really, as I've been looking at the ensemble models, it almost seems to be two areas. One that we were talking about yesterday, kind of coming up from the Western Caribbean, and also another one that is in the Bay of Campeche. Both of these over the next several days, really going into Friday, won't be doing too much. We'll see that one moving out of the Caribbean and the one down to the Bay of Campeche basically just staying there. The big question is going to be, what, if anything, actually forms? Will one of these kind of take over, or will they just kind of merge and become one large tropical wave? Either way, it looks to be more of just a kind of broad area of low pressure down in the Gulf with a lot of rainfall. Now, what may be working in our favor is, one, a cold front will be moving in on Monday, keeping that moisture away from us, and two, we're going to see increasing strong wind shear, certainly across the northern Gulf Coast, but even over the central Gulf of Mexico. It may be because of those two factors, dry air getting ready to move in and the strong wind shear, that the models are not overly aggressive with anything forming. Now, we will see our rain chances somewhat associated with that tropical moisture increasing here. It really is going to be because over the next couple of days, we're going to see this upper low develop around coastal Texas. That is really what helps to draw in the tropical moisture and increase our rain chances for probably Thursday, Friday, and on into Saturday. Kind of a question as to whether or not the rain continues on Sunday, but we will be drying out as by Monday and into Tuesday, a front moves through, a pretty decent drop in humidity and a little bit of a noticeable drop in our temperatures, but that would also kind of act as a shield from any of that moisture trying to surge northward, and hopefully an upper pattern that would start taking that moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico and moving it into the Atlantic. As far as rainfall totals go, it doesn't look to be very much. These are not big soaking rains and certainly not a washout as we head toward Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Right now looking to be our best days of rainfall. We were dry all day today, a lot of sunshine, beautiful afternoon. Warm, yes, 87 degrees. Humidity though, 55%. If you're in the shade, it feels pretty nice. Now, in the sunshine, it is still pretty warm and temperatures are above normal. In the mid upper 80s outside right now, but dew points have been relatively comfortable. Not quite that fall feel as we start October today, but it's a help, and it's certainly dropped from where we had been for all of our summer months. In fact, humidity will be spiking during the day Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with that Gulf moisture coming in, and then we will see a noticeable drop in humidity toward Monday and certainly into Tuesday. Winds have had a light breeze at times, so it at least isn't a stagnant air mass. We'll start to see the clouds coming back in Thursday morning with a chance of rain Thursday, Friday, Saturday. None of those days, I was going to say neither, but really none of those days look to be a complete washout. Kind of scattered showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two. We start drying out by Monday and then less humid on Tuesday.